again. Every time Nigeria is ringing bell. If I look on news, it is bell. If I look social media, it is problem. When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But, you know, as an my own oru, I am a roya, you understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They closed the border. ESN came out. Medusa went very deep in the forest.
Biafra, the land of the rising sun. Ndane kumakahabo. Ndi Biafra. Umu check up. Israel na Africa. Na the Gulf of Guinea. Hey! Biafra is sure. His Excellency Ngozi Simon Ekpa Joko, the Prime Minister of Biafra Republic. Omoge na nabata na Europe. Ayi na sige no. Obato bien ke Biafra. Onye nkonko akwa ụmụ Biafra. Otu arịrị nke Biafra. Anụ nkankampi. Mmejiri gbago onye iro asị na ọdịrọ nkọ. Oche na mmụọ. Ọdịkankamire. Umeneme Fulani. The end of Nigeria. You are the Joshua of Biafra. You are leading us to the promised land. Biafra government in exile. The cabinet members of the government in exile. The de facto government in the homeland. Anyị si unu jisike o. Ọ ga-abara unu. Ọbụnagodo onye isi na-afụ ụzọ na-afụ mbọ unu na-agba. Jisike n'ọrụ. Our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Okukalo, Ohamadike one of Biafra, Dike Ana Ogunanya, the Black Messiah. Okukubala Nigeria n'olu, Kelo Abusobu, Kabupo. The symbol of African freedom. The once living apostle of truth. Nigerian prison cannot break your spirit. You are the Moses of Biafra. We remember our eternal leader, Dim Chukwemeka Odumegwu Ojukwu, Ikemba Newi, Ezi Gbogburu. You died, but your spirit is fighting for your children. You are our godfather, the Abraham of Biafra. We cannot forget you, our own. Philip Effiong, Onubara Anyalfa, the one that gave us our name. You are dead, but your spirits are alive. I got Ulana Biafra, the promised land. I got into Webu Biafra. I can let you go. Obasintigwe onye to anya ala na ala hekwere anyị na nkwa. Anyị ga-agba egwu ọhụụ wee na nwayọ nwayọ were nwayọ gbara m egwu a. Aha aha abịa egwu abịa ya 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 ego onye agbanyere ọka ya ekwe n'isi ego eji ana aha aha weli ya na-aga ogbobi ana m anụ ya ụmụ Biafra na-enwe ọṅụ.
Known as immortals. Because of their sacrifice, Biafra will come. And there is nothing any idiot can do about it. Britain, I'm a British citizen, a British passport holder, I prefer to say. But I'm telling you here now with every ounce of confidence that Britain cannot even stop Biafra.
That's right.
Nobody can. The only thing that can stop Biafra is your fear.
Hold up. Nigeria. Lekwa Nigeria ma dosa ya Chineke nna dị Ngozi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke bridge ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko daka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra, agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ. Ọbụla ndị ụkọchukwu, onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma, ọ ga-adịrị onye ahụ na mma na ezinụlọ na mma site gosi wee na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo kwensu bụ zoo Nigeria. Lekwa Nigeria ma dosa ya Chineke nna dị Ngozi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke bridge ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke nna kiwe biko daka iwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ kpọọ ezinụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra, agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ. Ọbụla ndị ụkọchukwu, onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma, ọ ga.
I know he said we declared on the 29th, but these people, they have an ulterior motive. They have an intention to disrupt our declaration on that is it second or third of
December 2nd.
December the 2nd.
Yes.
They have a master plan to disrupt that event on the 2nd.
Yes.
Oh.
And they plan to disrupt that by destroying Obatobie. That was their plan. They wanted to either one of the plans was to disrupt that event on that 2nd with so much chaos that the Finnish police will come in and just chase everybody away and disrupt everybody. That was one of the plans. The second plan they were planning with the Nigerian government is to somehow let Onyendu come out maybe a day before, be in Finland, come into the venue, declare on that day to render just to render so many things, to what they wanted that. But that didn't work out because they never liked Obatobie. They don't respect him. When he gives rules, they don't respect him. These are people that they mob him on the back end. They crowd him. They destroy him. They put him in a position where the poor man cannot even move, cannot talk. But he knows what they are made of. He knows their plan. But that has been their modus operandi for some time, for the years. So that's what they put him in such a tight corner that sometimes Odogu does something, you start to wonder, is this something, this decision coming from somebody like him? So that has been how they operate behind the scene. They don't respect him. They hate him so much. That is why even when he give an instruction, some of these other mediocres on the other aspect, on the other angle, be saying, oh, it is not from Obatobie. Let him drop a voicemail. They don't believe him. They don't respect him. And Obatobie has been battling between this madness and the sanity of some people in this struggle for some time. But only God knows why what happened has happened. So it was those plans and it was those ploys that they planned and they wanted to execute. But thank God for the wisdom that is following most of the people in this cabinet, most of the Biafrans that are truly following Obatobie. And that was why we did what we did on the 29th. And
Wisdom.
some of them till today, they are not happy on what happened on the 29th. Even though they were happy that day, they were all jumping up. But because their paymasters and what they planned didn't come to fruition, they now all of a sudden do a 360 degrees to be back to the sad mode, where they now, some of them are now, it's all about Dr. Orabueze online. It's no longer about Biafra restoration. It's no longer about United States of Biafra because their plot has failed and they've already been paid for that. So what they were paid to execute did not materialize. So they have to attack maybe me or some of us here to get more money to continue doing what they were doing. So it was only the Spirit of God that made what happened to Obatobie to happen. Obatobie wouldn't even have handled these criminals. I promise you that. No way, but it is Biafrans that will handle them. And we're already handling them one by one. And I keep telling people, this is not about me. This is not my struggle. This is not my battle. I'm very, very comfortable where I am. I don't have to do this. All of us here, most of us are comfortable. We don't have to do that. But because the love we have for our people, for our country, and we know that the freedom of our people is non-negotiable. And we know that the Zoo government uses insiders. Fulani are afraid of us. Hausas are afraid of us. Yorubas are afraid of us. But they know that it is the insiders, the Biafrans inside, even inside Brigade, those are the people that we use to disrupt the freedom of Biafra. But they've discovered that all of them have a go 419, and that is how they will continue to fade out one day at a time until they are relegated.
Oh, it's just
Biafran history. And I discovered that all of them have a go 419, and that is how they will continue to fade out one day at a time until they are relegated in the trash can of Biafran history. And I promise you that's where they will end up. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my fellow Biafrans. I hope you have heard it. For some of us who did not attend the fundraising, I know many people attended, and people who missed this very part. You know, the fundraising lasted for hours. Myself, I slept and wake up, and it was still going on. Up to over here, they ended it around 8 a.m. in the morning. So it was a long one. Some of us could not be able to stay until the end. Some of us were there. So if you have missed anything, I get the important information and I push it forward for you to be able to understand, watch it, and go through it. Thank you so much. My beloved brother, Max, thank you so much for joining. Max, you're welcome. Go ahead and speak to Biafran people. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much, Honorable Chooks, and my only Namoche Chooks. Good morning to you and to your family, and good morning to every United States Biafran that is listening to me today. It's a great Monday, and I wish every one of you a happy Monday. I witnessed what happened on Saturday when the COS and the able men and women of the United States of Biafra were handling their own issues. The other people were also doing theirs. And I'm using this opportunity to tell them, because some of them, we know them from their body language and everything. There are so many of them that were forgiven before. They turned a new leaf and they were incorporated into the struggle. Today, just like they said, that there is no how you are going to treat epilepsy and you will get it cured outrightly. Never. Once you get to that year, it will begin to shake small. If not plenty, it must surely shake. That is the proverb of the Igbo people, and it is happening right in front of us. You see, I just hope that whatever that they are going to do is not going to affect the COS and the men and women that are behind him. I hope that whatever that they are going to do is going to be towards the restoration, genuine restoration of Biafra. If they do not do that, and they are being used by the terrorist government that Kemi has been criticized, so bold to criticize as we speak today. And you see, they will take me to I just want to digress a little, if you will permit me.
Go ahead.
If all of them in Nigeria, including the British people, they know the evil that is going on. They are fighting tooth and nail in order to scuttle the agitation spirit of the people of Biafra and any other person in that enclave that wants to live, that doesn't like what is going on. The United Kingdom knew everything. Till today, they continue to know what is going on. But they don't want to compromise the resources, the flow of gas, crude oil, human resources that have been taken over, revenues that they are getting from foreign students, especially from Nigeria, that is running in hundreds of millions of pounds every year. Go and check it and you see. Tell me, even if they are buying everybody in that particular place, whether they will speak. They don't compromise. Now, this Labour head has come to tell them what they know. And if you remember, where that lady was working before she assumed the leader of the Labour Party in the UK, there is nothing in this world when it comes to security that is not in her palms.
Yeah.
Nothing. And now she is likely going to be the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. Every security briefings, every security details of the world is in that 44-year-old lady Yoruba woman. So when that kind of characters speak, my brothers and sisters, do not take it for granted. She is not mincing words. She is not joking.
Oh.
In order to protect the flow of gas and crude oil and revenues from other places, from that their former franchise or departmental store or shopping mall.
Shopping mall.
They knew that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was about to disrupt it. What did they do? They betrayed their own citizen, sold him out through their former colony, Kenya, and allowed the zoo to go there and capture him. Are you surprised that a British citizen is kept under lock and key and their own country that he has adopted refused to speak out? He refused to speak out. Do you want to tell me that the British does not have the names of the people that United Arab Emirates mentions, people that are sponsoring terrorism? Do you want to tell me that they don't know? Do you want to tell me, with the help of their embassy in Nigeria. They don't know that the terrorist soldiers in uniform are burning the houses of unarmed innocent people in Biafra land. Are they not aware? Is that what you want to tell me? Are you not? Do you want to tell me that they do not know that Nigeria is enlisting so-called repentant terrorists into the Nigerian armed forces? Is that what they want to tell me? They knew all these things. They don't want to speak out so that their the flow of oil and gas and other things will not stop. If you remember, during Abacha's time, Abacha dealt with the United Kingdom. It took Shell to, extricate themselves from government policies. When they are to lobby to the United Kingdom, the House of Commons, in order to, release the ban on Nigerian Airways that the British Aviation Regulatory Company said they are not airworthy. I don't know whether you remember that time. The time when they were banning Abacha said, I will retaliate. British Airways was running. They have what we call a permanent hangar in MIA, Lagos. Permanent hangar. And that time they were running 5 times in a week from Nigeria. One of the busiest air routes in Africa and can be compared with the Europe. They were running 5 times in a week. Abacha cut it, I think, to either 2 or 3. They started crying. You see, Abacha threatened to nationalize Shell BP that was estimated to have about $7 to $8 billion investment in oil and gas. Shell started crying. They ran to them and said, please, whatever that you are going to do with these people, because of economic interest, they rescinded. That is to tell you the people we are dealing with. We are not fighting Nigeria. We are fighting the globalist interest in that country. You are trying to scuttle. You are trying to destroy the criminal status quo. You are trying to obliterate them. You are trying to remove them. You are trying to be free from these people. And to make sure that you harness your God-given natural resources for the betterment of your own people, that is what they are fighting against. They are not fighting because they hate you. They are fighting because they want control. They want steady flow of those natural resources. So they don't care. So this woman came out to speak what they know. And the pranks, Britain is playing on our soil. If there were no crude oil and gas in high quantity, you will not see them there. Why?
Never.
Go and check at South Sudan. How? South Sudan, it was United Kingdom that supported them overwhelmingly in order to secure their freedom from South Sudan. From Khartoum. Go and check it, you will see. They played a vital role there. Why are they not playing the same thing here? Because what you see in your land that God has, under your land that God has blessed you with, is so great that they cannot lose it. In fact, if you compare the amount the zoo government is paying in the Commonwealth of countries, that organization that will be there when their own citizens and their allies are killed and they keep quiet. If you know how much they are contributing there, is enough to build more factories and pull people out of multidimensional poverty in that country. But they are paying it over there. How do you think that with all this that they will allow you to go? Our freedom is in the hands of God first, in our own hands, because God, Chukwu Abiyama, will not come from heaven to fight for us. We must show our hands first before God will come to help us. And that is what we must do. All the elements that they are using to disrupt this must not be entertained. It must not be entertained. We must fight them. We must kick them out. I assure them, if they believe that Biafra is a spiritual thing, then for fighting what the majority has agreed upon, then they are going to fail as well, just like those before them. Thank you so much and God bless you. Namote that just came in, I salute you. Etisane.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. You have spoken well, and that is it. Some people in the zoo don't know what is coming. When we talk about freedom, they think it is about us. It is not just about us as Biafrans. It is not a selfish pursuit of independence. It's something that is going to benefit everyone. And anybody that is genuine in that contraption, there is no way you can support one Nigeria. You can't. You can't. Look at the level of this woman, in her level. Even for the fact that they have a Yoruba man as a president, they thought that maybe by having a Yoruba man as president, then because she's a Yoruba woman that she will support. But look at what she wrote there. Look at what she wrote. That's reported by People's Gazette. I am a Yoruba. I am Yoruba.
Yes.
I have nothing in common with Boko Haram, heaven of northern Nigeria. Kemi Badana. A very strong statement.
You know?
A very, very strong statement.
Look at the
other one.
You know me.
Look at it.
They believe in their
Look at what she wrote. Nigerian police officers are armed robbers, licensed to extort citizens with guns. My brothers and sisters, the person that is saying this thing is not an ordinary person. He is not an illegal immigrant. A top politician in the United Kingdom, a Yoruba woman. They have tried everything to bribe her, to make her to begin to promote them. The woman said she will never associate herself with the evil entity. She knows herself as a Yoruba woman. That's all. She doesn't have anything to do with your one Nigeria or whatever. And she told it to the terrorist vice president that they have. She told him to his face, that's your PR you are looking for. You better go somewhere else, or not me. I have nothing to do with your one Nigeria terrorist government.
Simple as.
It is not a Biafran that is saying this one, though. Not be Master Simon Ekpa. When Master Simon come on Twitter and say, they say, oh, you are visiting Nigeria, you are insulting Nigeria. Why is it the Biafrans that are not going to rest? Every time Biafra. It is not a Biafran, no. There is no sensible politician, active politician abroad, no sensible person that have lived abroad, seeing what politics is, see how to make cost development, that we accept anything from Nigerian government. Anybody living abroad that is still talking about one Nigeria is a criminal, a fraudster looking for an opportunity to steal. Nothing more.
Believe you.
Anybody claiming to live abroad, it doesn't matter the post you have abroad. It doesn't matter who you are. And you still support Nigerian government. You support one Nigeria. You are a criminal looking for an opportunity for you to steal.
That's right.
And there are many. Those criminals are many. Some of them are Igbo. Some of them are Yoruba. Some of them are Hausa. Some of them are Efik. No sensible politician abroad will associate himself with the zoo. You see the statement of the woman. If now some of them now they go say, oh, now my brother did there. Emilio did there for there. For now, you go to support it. Whether good or bad, you support it. That is why I tell people, there are good people everywhere and there are bad people. When you see the bad ones, you stay away from them. Be careful. Watch carefully. When you see the good ones, they are still there. You can work with the good ones. You can see our brother Koiki today. You see Koiki Media doing excellently well. Koiki Media, he is on the path of self-determination. Seriously on the path. No matter, go to his platform, you see his fellow Yoruba people abusing him. When he talk about Biafra, they will abuse him and call him names. Some write him privately, some threaten him. Koiki. The same thing we hear when we talk, sometimes when we do program on Mission Yoruba, hey, they say, whoa, Yoruba betrayer. Whoa, why you talk about Yoruba? Why? But there are good people everywhere and there are bad people. When you see the good ones, work with them. The statement of this woman alone today, this statement of this woman alone is enough to quash every accusation against our prime minister.
Yes.
The statement of this woman, Finnish government is watching. The international community is watching. United States are watching. The statement of this woman, a Yoruba woman, not a Biafra, no, not a Biafra, no, a top politician in the UK. Look at her statement. She said, I am Yoruba. I know there for your useless one Nigeria. She made statement in clear terms. Your northern terrorists want Nigeria. She didn't miss one. Northern terrorists.
Yes.
And she came here and she described the police and called them robbers.
Who they
Go
are?
on and speak. My brother Okafu, you want to say something? Go ahead and speak. I think you want to say something.
Thank you, my brother Chus. My sister Kemi has said it all. May God bless her. May God keep her alive and give her more grace and more opportunities in life.
You see?
This is the things I expected from our so-called elites. This is what I expected from them, to speak out. But because of their selfish interests, they undermine the interests of the public. Well, thank God for everything, because we know that God never fails in people and He will not fail us.
Never.
So as I was saying before network kicked me out, I am not pleading for Nigeria. We are already a nation. Whatever I'm telling them is for them to use their brain in whatever they are doing. And remember that they are dealing with a nation, a sovereign nation for that matter. Biafra have come to stay. Biafra have come. If you watch how everything happened, you know that this is God's finger. It is God doing it, not man. So this is open. So like some people that are supporting my brothers that are making mistake, please reason very, very well. Reason before you speak. Reason before you advise. Please, let's follow the truth. The chief of army staff still remain the second in command. Is the chief of all staffs. Every one of us is a staff. Every cabinet member, every worker in the Biafra Republic government in exile is under the chief of staff. On absence of the PM, she's supposed to be the next person. So people that are going to the charter will work. When the charter will work. All these things we are presenting it, preparing it for the future use. We are still going to elect the democratic leaders that will lead us in the United States of Biafra. That is when all these documents will begin to work. But now you can't expect us to leave the template that we are following that lead us to where we are today. So please, the office of the Prime Minister still remain in charge. We have a document that we are following. Our leader told us that he knows the day that Biafra will come. We don't believe him. But look at it now. So he has a template that he's working on, and they have handed it over to somebody. Please, let's forget about the sentiment. And this matter now, the way they go now, me, I know they're happy. You people are dragging now the securities into this matter, which is rubbish. Please, let us mind whatever we are doing, because everything get a reward, though. Our good have a reward. Our bad have a reward. Like as I said last time, whatever every one of you is doing, please consider first God Almighty, the Chukwu Okike Abiama. The second one is the United States of Biafra. Then the third one should be you. Biafrans, peace, unity, progress, and equity. That is what binds us together. That is what holds us. That is our faith. What concerns our leader should be the paramount to every one of us as of now. And how we go defend this new nation. That is what we're supposed to be thinking of, talking of. Not all these sad distractions. Please, let's face the reality. Oh. Let's face the reality. Make all of us no regret our action. All these things we are doing, ask yourself a question. If our leader come out today, is he going to shake you that you have done well? If our leader there now, what you are doing, will you do it? His office remain the final. Whatever come out from that office remain the final. So if our leader there, you will tell him that as he dissolved the government, his office is also dissolved. Things are not done in that way now. That office can never remain empty at all. It can never remain empty. It can't. That's why he follow procedures. He put things in line. On his absence, look at how it will be. The European rep stand where every other person is supposed to stand. Now, people that are talking whatever they are talking, he don't ask these people. Ask Tony Agbarawa. Ask our brother Nkere or Raf and co. Whether they don't go see our prime minister. Whether they hear from him before they begin to do whatever they are doing. That is supposed to be our question. And in as much that they did not hear from Prime Minister, the people that hear from Prime Minister have delivered his speech. And we should follow it. Till when he comes out, then anything that anybody wants to say, he can say it. But as of now, on his absence, please, let's follow the procedures that this man have laid on ground. It doesn't matter who is there. It doesn't matter. David delivered the children of Israel from the hand of the Philistines. Not by education, not by his agenda, not by his height, not by his age. God used who he wants to use. Please, let's come together and speak with one voice. Please. Then I want to plead to our gallant men on the ground. Don't receive money from two places. So don't create that. Don't create that. Don't create that. Don't. Follow the due process. If you know the channel is supposed to receive whatever you are receiving, follow that channel. And whoever that is coming in between, please don't allow that. Don't allow that. Enemies is at war, but they will not succeed. Because God has destined that Biafra must stand as a nation.
You see?
Please, I'm hearing some words from Pastor Van. If he wants to repent genuinely, let him talk to the others. Let he talk to others. Prodigal son come back and father receive him. Our brother that come back on their fundraising, Maswell. Nobody pursue anybody. Nobody pursue anybody. If your office is expired, another person will take over. If your turn have expired, another person will take over. It's not must. If we tell our leader that he is not going to be the one to declare the Biafra, to the declaration of Biafra that on second, he will not believe. But God has made it to be so, for the interest of all of us.
Thank you so much, my brother. Try and round up.
Please, make nobody tell me saying they're confused. There's nothing to be confused in this matter. The person that the European rep have introduced to us to stand on behalf of our Prime Minister is the person all of us should focus on. Let's work with one mind. I pray that God Almighty will unite the cabinet. I pray that God Almighty will give us what we are asking.
You see,
in no distant time.
You see,
I pray that in no distant time, our leader, Ohamadike, will come and join us. And our leader, Obatode, will join us.
You see,
I submit for now. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. My brother Chusky, you're welcome. Go ahead and talk to us, Chusky. Speak to us.
Good morning, sir.
We have to be rounding up now. We've been here for more than 3 hours, so I need to.
Yes, I've been busy. That's why I'm joining late. Good morning, sir.
You're welcome, my brother. You're welcome.
I want to use this opportunity to talk to Biafrans all over the world. The truth is that we have to be very, very careful with what is happening right now. And we all know the antics of our country. In fact, the antics of the zoo, they know how to cause division among us, and they use that trick, divide and conquer. Yes. It has been their style right from time. I don't know why most of us that has been following our leader, Mazen Nandekalo, upon all his to understand the system of these people when they want to conquer a particular situation. So they have to bring that division among us, and from there they will enter us. We should not be giving room to all this division. That's a divide and rule system of their governments. Please, I want to use this medium to plea with Pastor Van Van Vam and the former minister and the Sonia Parawa. I'm seeing them as in fact, as the prodigal son for now. They can still come back.
Your network is hooked up. We can't hear you anymore. Chusky, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. I think your network is hooked up. We can't hear you, Chusky. Maybe you can just go out and come back again. Your network is stuck. You're welcome, Donatus. Thank you so much for joining. Donatus, go ahead and speak to us, Donatus, why Chusky resolve his problem. We cannot hear you, Donatus. We can't hear you. We cannot hear you, Donatus. Is anybody hearing him? Can you hear him? I can't hear him at all.
No, I can't hear him.
No, we are not hearing him.
I thought it's only me, so I couldn't hear him. And Chusky, also, your network is bad. Maybe you just go out and come back again and see if you can be able to log back in. Meanwhile, let's try to see how we can be able to summarize and round up. If anybody comes in while we are rounding up, we can allow the person to speak. If not, we just give our closing remark and we round up the program. I've spent more than 3 hours and I need to have some rest because I have other program also in the evening. So my beloved brother Max, take on and give us a submission before I think Chusky is back. I don't know whether if he's going to be able to speak this time. Chusky, go on. Let's see if you can speak. Can you hear us? Are you there, Chusky? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Chusky? He cannot even hear us at all. He can't hear us and we cannot hear him. My brother must go on. If they sort out, they can come in. If they sort out themselves.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Mazichuk. And I just have to congratulate you with what you're doing. Our Igbo people where I was brought up under the tutelage of my mom. It says she's told me that Nketa anaebu nsi akponti abua. But in this case now, Mazichuk and the rest of you, I would tell you that you are carrying the excreta in both ears. But I bet you that it will never kill you. God, it will never kill you and the rest of you.
You see?
God will make it very light for everyone.
You see?
Man or woman, one way or the other, chart a different path. Please, if you believe in the struggle, if you believe in your country, that you supported the declaration in Finland, forget about what has happened before, because our people say that if the road or the journey is sweet, we will go it more and more and more.
Yes.
We've known some of you before. Some of you today that have taken a different turn. You were also the same people that were against Simon Ekpa. I saw videos coming out. Alex O made a video some time ago, knowing, hope, I do not know whether he knew that a time like this will come. Alex O threatened to say, in the future, we will play your past videos. He was talking to one of them that really challenged him because of the question that boy asked that time. Today, look at it, is happening. The same people are the same people that are now coming out to open up and expose their brothers and sisters. They have been chasing the demons in the night, that they are now smelling like the demons. I want to tell you people to remember in this adage as well. People are laughing right now. Oh, look at them. I was in a platform yesterday on X. One idiot that I know as an idiot. I used to respect him, but there was a day he made a comment. I refused to respect him anymore. I refused to call him my Namoche. I refuse, and I will continue to curse him. As okay, I will continue to curse him because he say he's Igbo. He is not IPOB. This man will say it. That they have given us online country, and look at how we are doing it because of money. Grandmaster, yesterday. If you are actually, look, let me tell you one thing. I have a lot to say. In fact, I wish that we have more time to stay here today. And you are a busy man. There are quite a lot of things I would have said here today. There are quite a lot of things I would have said here today. You are wearing an ugly or dirty handbag. You are passing through the multitude, and they are laughing at your handbag. In your mind, you say, it doesn't concern me. It be a handbag on the lap. Who is bearing the handbag? Onya na-achị akpa ya ọnya, ọwụ ya waka a na-achị. These are the same people. You are now playing into their hands. The same people that were telling us, because I used to transverse all the platforms and defend Biafra. I have heard a lot from these people, so-called Igbo-speaking Biafrans. I have heard from them, and I know what they can do, and I know what they've been doing. Majority of them are against you. If not me, it must not be you. If not them, it must not be Simon Ekpa. If not them, it must not be Ngozi Orabueze. If not them, it must not be Nnamdi Kanu. If not them, it must not be Let Timojuku. If not them, and so on and so forth. These are the characters of our people, where my mother comes from. Very disgusting. The kind of mind our people, where my mother comes from in Biafra land, they are so dirty, some of them. Very, very dirty. Instead of them to support you, they want to bring you down so that it will be them. If they cannot get it, let everything crash. That is the demonic spirit some of these people have. And it is playing. You don't see it here. Go to space, go and see them. People of Biafran Igbo extraction are holding spaces, criticizing and castigating, bad-mouthing their own brothers and sisters for choosing to fight for freedom, which they will also benefit from. I cannot talk more, I cannot talk less. It is a shame. But glory be to God that God has given us the power to do what we are doing today. And I believe that we are in the majority. If you are here, if you are listening to my voice, please, if you cannot contribute, sing for the United States of Biafra. If you cannot sing, dance for the United States of Biafra. If you can't dance, jump for the United States of Biafra. As long as you are doing it from your heart, as long as you are doing it from your spirit being, it will surely propel the full recognition of my mother's ancestral nation, the beautiful nation. Bless so much. May Chugo Kiabiyama continue to bless every one of you. Bless Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Bless the Prime Minister that has been isolated from us as usual. The globalist agenda, that is what is going on, my people. It must you don't be confused with what is happening. It is based, the fight we are fighting is based on economic interest. And remember that in Africa, Biafra has a lot of it. That is the reason why they are doing what they are doing to us. God bless all of you, and God bless those people that still observe the state at home today. Whatever that you have lost today, may Chukwu Kikabiama, Euradi Yankopong, Ubangiji Allah, Abasimbong, Tamuno, Obene, replace it for all of you. In the name of Chukwu Kikabiama. Thank you for having me and for listening to me. I know I will always abuse the privileges that you are giving to me, but bear with me. Remember that I still remain your Okene. Thank you so much. I salute every one of you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you, my brother Max. Thank you so much. We will kick it off again tomorrow, and we'll do what we have to do. Donatus, can we hear you now? Is your voice now okay? Donatus? We cannot hear you, bro Donatus. We can't hear you. Your voice is not coming out. Is anybody hearing him?
Talking. I'm not hearing him. Let him remove that earpiece now. He's talking to himself.
We can't hear you, Donatus. Maybe remove the earpiece and speak from the phone. If you're using the earpiece, remove it. We can't hear you. We cannot hear you. We can't hear anything. If you're using earpiece, remove it. My brother Chusky, go on. Chusky, are you there?
You can hear me, sir?
Yeah, loud and clear. Go on.
Okay. I'm very, very sorry. I got short of data. That is why I left that time.
Oh, so sorry.
What I was saying before is I want to use this opportunity to urge Biafrans that we should try as much as possible to be united. There is a voice I sent to you in your WhatsApp, sir. I know you have listened to it. You can see what I said there. And what is playing out is very, very risky. And we should try as much as possible not to involve our men on ground in whatever that is happening. So we need more. We need more counseling to them. We need more elaboration, more clarification, so that they should not get themselves involved. Even if when you find out that your fellow Biafran made a mistake on something, you are ought to correct that person, not coming out on social media to say something that will be tingling the ear. So like what a Holy Ghost was saying, you can I sent it to you. I know you listened. Very good. So please, we should try as much as possible to more education, like what you have been doing. I want to really thank you. Anytime you're online, we are going to join you to also to continue to talk to Biafrans. Everything is very, very clear. If whatever that is Pastor Van Babam and the Abarawa is doing now is maybe we are still on the level of agitation, it will be very different altogether. I would say let them be doing as long as all of us are like pushing for the same Biafra. But this time around, we have a government. This is completely what is called a treason. What do you call it? Running a parallel government, which is a treason felony in law, and the consequences is always death. So I don't know why you established, and yet you're segregating yourself, trying to form a parallel government. What are they thinking? Are we trying to tell the whole world that we want to be like the zoo? We are coming to tell them we are different. We are trying to show the whole world that Biafrans are different, that we are united. No, we should not be doing something that make it look as if we are not united. So how can we achieve our goal? Some group of people will come and say another thing. Some group of people will say we want Biafra. Some group of people will be fighting against what we are looking for. You know, even if you are bribed, how long will you continue to eat that money? If you're compromised, what of your children? What of your children's children? What of the future? And they should also know that if we eventually fail in this particular struggling we are fighting now, what will happen to us will be worse, 10 times worse than what we are passing through before. But I know God will never allow us to fail because He is on our side. At least all of us have seen the bomb that the Nigerian, the zoo terrorists thrown on our men that fall in front of them and the thing refused to explode. That alone should shock each and every one of us to say that God is with us. And whosoever that God is with, no one can be against him. So I want to urge Biafrans that we should try as much as possible to be united in everything we do. You know, those who have followed the path of Judas should repent and put heads together. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for that submission. I appreciate you for that very contribution. I welcome my fellow comrades, my beloved brother. One of our frontline comrades that is doing things out there. Every one of us knows he's not a stranger in this very struggle. We all know him. He's one of the frontline men in this United States of Biafra. We have passed through a very difficult road, and up to today, we are still standing, going forward. We welcome him in our midst. Let's allow our beloved comrades to give us a speech as we welcome him into our midst. You're welcome, my beloved brother. We go.
Thank you so much, Shooks, and thank you every other person that has been here. My regard, all protocol observed. Survivor, thank you for being in Italy. They say na delinquente. You know they means this your timing. Your timing is very, very important and strategic. You know they take and play, and I must commend you for that. No matter what, no matter how difficult, to keep to that your time. I must say, I praise you for that. My brother, Shuski, you said something that was, I've been listening though. I've been here all this while. I even shared it on the X. I've been listening and I never wanted to come in. But why I came in is because of what our brother Shuksi is worried about.
Okay.
I want us to know that you can, when you look at what is going on now, you don't need anybody to preach to you or to explain to you or to convince you to believe or to understand that these people are begging people to come out to condemn what the government is doing.
Exactly.
I want to ask a question to everybody listening and those that will listen later. Have you ever seen any government where the military or the military head or the military, what is the highest rank in the military? I think you Field Marshal.
Yeah.
We come out to tell you how to run the government. It is not being done. So we know what is being motivated. The man that claim he have this money is not having this money to do the needful. He is using, I want us to understand that all they are doing is it's just distraction. I've explained this several times. Don't let anything distract you. Don't let what the men on ground that are getting themselves involved into whatever is happening now. Don't be bothered by what they are saying. Just be focused. Do the needful. If you believe what the ex-finance minister is doing is the needful and the right thing, join him. I can't force you to do the needful. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu said that you will hear the truth, and with the truth, we will overcome and destroy our enemies.
Yes.
Now, I want us to see the template. Their template. The same template they used on the people DOS against the Simon Ekpa when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. I've said this several times. They stopped speaking or talking or saying anything about Biafra, which they later come back to confess themselves. They stopped talking about Biafra, they stopped talking about Nnamdi Kanu. All the topics were Simon Ekpa. Today, is it not the same thing?
The same thing.
The same way DOS went and they began to collaborate with those that wanted Nnamdi Kanu dead. It's the same way we have seen them today collaborating with those that want Simon Ekpa fall. We see them with Asade Dokubo and the rest of them. I don't want to start calling names. We know them. We've seen them. Now today, I want you to know that the original plan is to distract Biafrans from getting, to distract them from taking their eyes off the ball. And you start fighting each other. That's why you don't see me come to fight anybody. That's not my problem. I know my problem. My problem is my enemy is the person that is paying my own brother to fight me. So I will fight the enemy, not my brother. So the original plan is to make us enemies to one another. So you will begin to fight them. They begin to fight you. I want us to not to forget in a hurry what Obasanjo just said. They will always use you to get you. They will always use your brother to get you. I want us to remember what Gowon said. That if he had known, he wouldn't have gone into battle. He will only use money to destroy Ojukwu plans. And that is what is going on today. But I want us to understand that we are not falling to this. We have overgrown this. So the original plan now today is when we start fighting each other, stop talking about freedom, stop talking about our new nation, USB, stop talking about Simon Ekpa, stop highlighting people of the situation. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is about to be released. Immediately they release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, everybody is still overwhelmed with the joy. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be restricted from holding social media meetings. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu will be restricted from gathering people. Are you not getting the message that Biafra, nobody will be discussing with Biafra or about Biafra for a long time? Nigeria have come out to tell Finland, we are no longer calling you to charge Simon Ekpa for terrorism. We withdraw the terrorism. He is not a terrorist. We are only calling you to stop him from inciting violence through social media. Are we getting the thing? It enter our brain? All they are trying to do is to make sure nobody hears the truth. Nobody gets the truth. Nobody hears the right information. Nobody gets the information. So, and then they asked Nigeria, okay, bring the evidence of what you claim. They said it will take them 6 months to get information ready. I want us to get something very clear here. To silence everything. Imagine today, Shooks is talking about Sonia Parawa. I am talking about Rafael Ajero, and the other person is talking about Oge Chukunkere. Open social media is war. What will happen? Nobody
will forget about our freedom.
And this is the original plan, but we are on top of the game. In short, we are on top of this game. So I want everybody not to bother themselves. Do the needful. Whatever you are convinced in you that is the right thing to do. We need to fund our men on ground. Don't be discouraged or don't get worried about what anybody men on ground will come out to do or say on the social media. I want you to remain focused. Anybody can be asked to do anything. Probably you have done something for this man in the past. You just want him to pay you back. Just make this video. He will make a video. So don't be distracted. The government is not getting their instructions from the military. Rather, the military will always get instructions from the government. That's what we must know. So we are not going to get bothered by what anybody says, whether commander or no commander. We want to keep our eyes focused. All we must do is to fund this government to support our army, to support our military. That's all we must keep doing. Thank you so much, my people, and thank you so much, Chief Survivor. You are doing wonderful. God bless us. And the bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, my beloved brother and a fellow comrade. I appreciate you so much. You are holding on, and you are even doing the most difficult aspect of it. And I thank God for the strength He has given us, and we will continue. There is no going back. My sister Ojugo, go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear from you, my sister Ojugo.
Okay, good morning,
Thank you,
everybody.
247.
Good morning.
God bless you.
You're welcome.
Is somebody talking?
Go ahead. No,
okay.
You are the one to talk. Go ahead.
Like 247 said, your time is really good. I wake up to it all the time. But most time, I don't start but majority of that I don't start from the beginning because it's like right now it's after 5 and you've been online for 3 hours now, a little more, 3 hours. Yeah. So, but I'm happy when I wake up, you're live online. But I don't know what the topic is, but I'm gonna talk based on inspiration. We all know what this is all about. Anybody that said act out of ignorance, the person chose to do that. Because we've been going through this. Our parents has been going through suffering. We were born and born into it. And Biafra is a country that have fought war about the way we're being maltreated. So it's not new to anybody. And now we have gone this point. Let me tell our people, it's not over. Bear in mind that what they're fighting again now is to remove the COS. And it will continue to be a fight. So when she's out, what happened? We all fall inside the bush. We all scatter. Now, there is a government. The government pick the next person, and we must. There's something a white man said, I think from America here. When he was saying something on that declaration, they said, you are the one that experienced it. You are the one that won this freedom. So you have to fight for it. He's not the one. The 4 years. I was helping my son last night on social studies, and they mentioned 3 women that fought during 19th century, that fought for women right to vote in United States. They fought for it. There were 3 outstanding women, not men, women that fought. One was even arrested. So this arrest is still something new. One entered a car, started driving around with some women around the boundaries, campaigning for women's right to vote, until eventually they amended the Constitution and put the women's right to vote. Women started voting. Women were not voting before. And that was after they got the right to drive. So this is something that needs to be done. Some people, when the woman was arrested, some people, oh, we need to stop this. They're going to arrest all of us. They said, nah, let them arrest all of them and put them inside their jail. So we need, if we don't have this in mind, that arrest will be part of it, and it shouldn't shake us. Rather, it will make us to stand strong. Now the silent Mazen Nandekalo, because that's what they're gonna do if they release him. And then on their part to silence Simon Ekpa. Nigeria has fought, and they don't have any strength again to fight. So what they want to do now is to use the social media. On their social media, they started to propagate. The worst thing that drives me crazy is a whole country using their media to tell lies, a proper, clear lies. That Master Simon Ekpa was put in the biggest, worst prison. That tear. My siblings call me from back home. See what I say? Please, this is wrong. Imagine a whole media. What is this? Muta, a whole head of. Oh my God. So please. So they want to silence us on this. This social media is tearing them apart. That's why I love this information. The communication is everything. Because that's what they used to win us the other fight. But they're not gonna do that again. And that's what they want to silence anything media. Anything. They want to silence Simon Ekpa. They're gonna end up want to silence all of you that on social media. So let's bear this in mind. The fight just started. The other one was agitation. Now we are going into the battle of the redeclaration of Biafra. So that's gonna be more tougher. We haven't seen anything, no. But please, we need to stand strong. Thank you, all of you.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. Thank you for that submission. We appreciate you for that amazing contribution. And I believe that Biafrans are getting the information and they are being strengthened. Always let us not forget today, Biafrans have spoken again with a loud voice. We have spoken again with a loud voice, letting the whole world know that we do not support whatever they are doing in their so-called one Nigeria. We're not part of it. Everything they are doing in our territory today remains illegal. And we are standing on the United States of Biafra. Today, United States of Biafra in Biafra land is sitting at home everywhere is sealed. I have played the video and you have seen the update that is coming. And we have people in the homeland here who can also testify that Biafra land is locked down. Without anybody enforcing, without anybody pushing anybody, Biafrans know what they want. They have decided to walk out, and nobody can stop us from going out. My brother Donatus, are you there? Can you hear us now, Donatus?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. I can hear you. Are you hearing me? Okay. Am I coming out loud?
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead and speak. Speak to us.
All right. Good morning, sir. Everybody in the house. I greet everybody. Mazugo, my greeting is going to you for your explanation this morning. And everyone, Maxwell, everyone that contributed, I appreciate you. And thank God for you standing on the right of the truth. So what I want to make, the submission I want to make is this. Let's forget about this, those ones that refuse to submit to the government of Biafra. But let us be focused, knowing that this is a distraction that the Nigerian government want to incite, so to confuse us, to bring a divide and rule among us, in order that, so that they will have an upper hand. Because that's to tell you that what we are doing is very, very telling on them. And I want to assure you that if we take this for granted and refuse to be focused, no, don't be surprised that tomorrow NgoziOrabueze will be another target, and then we'll be struggling on how we will not support this person, we will not support this person. Let us be focused, knowing fully well that this is a strategy of the zoo, and we should not fall for their gimmick. We should all be focused and not allow this their gimmick to play to overrun us and bring us down. Let us please, that's the only thing I want to say. We should not be distracted. Neither should we play this even to reach our gallant men on the ground. We should not allow them to be divided, because that's where that's where I'm very, very bothered. Yesterday night I was asking the management of the security about this welfare of our security, and they were telling that everything is okay, because that's what every one of us here in the land is afraid of. I'm at home, and all of us are bothered about the security on ground, and we ourselves that have voted our security, the security of our security is very, very important. All these things we should not allow them to reach you. Hear what Commander Holy Ghost said yesterday. So all these things bothered me a lot, and somebody called me from Onitsha, was trying to, by 5 o'clock this morning, somebody called me from Onitsha, was asking me what is this. Did I hear what Holy Ghost said? I said yes. So this is where I'm bothered about. Let us be focused. Let us be speaking one voice. Forget every distraction and try to wear bulletproof to overcome them. That's all I want to say. All these things must happen because Nigeria is out, and they have their billion to give anybody that associate that agree with them. So may we be focused. That's my submission, and I'm praying for every one of you that God should always encourage and strengthen every one of you that are fighting this thing over there to make sure that our land is liberated, and we're here did the needful. May God bless all of you.
Thank you so much for that very submission. I appreciate you, and I want to let every Biafran know that we are in the United States of Biafra. That United States of Biafra is under the government of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra. It is not confusing. The office of the Prime Minister is running the United States of Biafra. And I thank God that, like people who are complaining of the voice we had and all that, when you listen, he admitted that the United States of Biafra is where we are. That is the key word. The United States of Biafra must be protected. The office that is in charge of running the affairs of the United States of Biafra today is the office of the Prime Minister, and it is not empty. That office is not empty. It is working for you. It is working for me. They are doing everything necessary. Some of us who were on the Twitter space when the Secretary of Defense answered the question, he made it very clear that the men on the ground will get every single support they need. They are okay. When issues that has to do with the administration of the United States of Biafra has to be managed under the office of the Prime Minister. Those who are in defense are not part of it. Do not drag defense into it. Do not drag the men on the ground into it. Some of them might decide to speak out of emotion or because of one dissatisfaction or the other. It is not normal. There is nobody that is in the field that will begin to concern himself with what is happening in the administration. My joy is that they identify, every one of them identify with the United States of Biafra. If they are confused, furthermore on anything, they have to come down and watch. In administration, the office of the Prime Minister is in charge of the United States of Biafra. There are documents that backs up every single thing that office is doing today on behalf of the office of the United States of Biafra. If the United Nations want to speak to the United States of Biafra that was declared on the 29th of November 2024, if the United Nations or any organization want to reach out, they are going to reach out to the office of the Prime Minister that made that declaration. I played a video here to show you how the declaration came about. You saw the men who are working closely with Mazi Simon Ekpa in Finland and on the organization of the office. They made a speech. Every document was signed. They were there. Even when the ID card was issued, you saw two people who were standing issuing ID card to Biafrans. That authority, that is where it's supposed to be. Everybody saw it, and the whole world we are following the way the event went. Introductions were made. For anybody to begin to jump out of that procedure is abnormal. Don't get distracted. We are in the United States of Biafra. It is because of the United States of Biafra that people spent money to fly to Finland. They didn't go to Finland to go and see Simon Ekpa, or to go and clap or jump or to go for a picnic. The purpose of people spending their money to fly air, to take a risk of going to Finland, the reason why people did that journey, some of them overlooked their holiday they're supposed to have in December, and they took that holiday to go to Finland. It was to go and join the declaration of Biafra, United States of Biafra. United States of Biafra was declared. It is a very sorry thing to see that after that declaration, you will come back and you now retrieve and go back and say you're going back to Egypt where they're coming from. The government in exile did excellent job. Everybody in their position performed well, and they were able to carry it out to that declaration. The declaration was made. The name under which we are operating today, under which you can represent Biafra, except you are not working with Master Simon Ekpa. If you're working under another umbrella, I have no problem with you. You can go around and fight in the way you want to fight. But if you're under Master Simon Ekpa, the name that we are standing on today is the United States of Biafra, and every man on the ground knows that. If they think that the office of Prime Minister is locked up, it is not. The office of the Prime Minister is active, has never stopped working for a single day, never. It has never stopped working for a single day. That is why I always tell people, forget about names. That is why I forget calling. I say don't call names. Talk about the institution. Let us focus on protecting the institution. If we can succeed in protecting the institution, it doesn't matter who we put there, whether a man, a woman, a young person, an old person, poor or rich, the institution makes that person powerful. If you continue to build tough men and tough women, you will continue to make mistakes and put yourself into trouble. But when you build a strong institution, whoever comes into that very place will respect it, and it will be strong. It doesn't matter who comes there. That very institution is what we protect. Just like in Nigeria, you talk about the government of Tinubu. The government of Tinubu now is running. Even if Tinubu goes for treatment for years or for months, the government will continue to run. In that same vein, in our government today, even in the absence of our Prime Minister, the government of the Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of Biafra, is running. It has never stopped, not even for a second. I don't know why anybody can come and begin to insinuate that things are changing. Just like my beloved brother Ugo have said, Let's not get distracted. Our focus is on recognition and defending of our land. The declaration has been made. We must have to carry that name. Write it on your forehead, United States of Biafra. Write it on your chest. Speak it, breathe it, and sing it. That is what they want to stop. We must get that recognition. And the men on the ground are doing their own part on creating a landing space for a full restoration. One of the processes the sit-at-home we are seeing. Sit-at-home is now even tougher than ever. The record we are seeing now is even greater than ever. And the whole world is watching. Don't get distracted. Don't shake. There's not, just like our COS have said in the video I played initially, there is only one United States of Biafra. They are not two. Only one. Under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Only one. That office of the Prime Minister remains and continues to function. Has never stopped and will never, ever stop until we get to our destination. My beloved brother Max, you have something to say. Go on and speak to us, Max. Are you there, Max? Unmute yourself.
Yeah, I think, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go ahead.
Yes, I was having a little problem because, you know, we are in the Harmattan season now. Our weather now is very hazy, so it disrupts, you know, our network communication and so on and so forth. Mazugo, I have an iron to grind. Wait, I have an iron to grind with you, pa. Wallahi. We go talk. Yeah, I have a big stone to grind with you. If I will report you. I will report you to Obakon Obunda.
No, no report me. I beg you. No report me.
I beg you.
Call me.
No time for report now.
Did you call me?
You know that if I send you to Obakon Obunda as okay, hey, you go. If you go to.
Don't even go there. Don't go there. I beg.
Thank you so much. I am so grateful because of what you've been doing. Since that time, you've not been seeing me in the platform. I was a little bit, you know, under the weather. I was admitted quite all right, but by the grace of God, I'm okay. I will go my last review on Wednesday this week so that I'll be better. I'm okay by the special grace of God. Chuko Kabiama is alive. Brother Chooks is aware of it because I briefed him a little concerning my illness as well. And see, let me tell you, there is something you said. There is what we call hierarchy of command, chronicle of command, and the follow of procedure laid down in the military. We call it rudimental procedures. The rudiments, what you should know, cannot be changed. If you look at Prime Minister when he was still with us, this is what I want to tell our people today. For those of them that have decided to follow the other path, I don't want to mention their name. Listen carefully, please. In the hierarchy of command, it's quite true that we didn't have deputy prime minister. We had prime minister in the name of Simon Ekpa. He was leading. But who was the closest? Even if he wants to visit any diplomatic or let's say diplomatic conferences or so on and so forth, let me put it that way. Who was the person that is going to be with him there is the chief of staff. The chief of staff will always be with the prime minister. In a case where the prime minister is out, who's supposed to be there naturally without any, let me just say, ambiguity? That should be chief of staff. That should be the finance. What has the finance got to do with, you are responsible for prudent management and disbursement collection of funds. That is your job. That is your job. The reason is that They were surprised that a woman is now there and talking tough. I call him the Iron Lady of the USB. That is what I call him. I will also call him the Margaret Thatcher of USB, but not the Eliza type. I beg you. Not the Eliza type. Not the Eliza type. You understand? So this is what I would like to tell our people. When you have someone who is there in line with the procedure, my brothers and sisters, follow that particular person. When you have a lieutenant colonel from where I am coming from, the 2IC must be SO2 major. Major. Lieutenant colonel will major will subordinate lieutenant colonel. Then you have company commanders with major rank too. Company commanders with major ranks too. Remember, the 2IC of the battalion is a major, but senior to the rest of the company commanders who are majors. You have the platoon commanders. How dare you, an adjutant who is responsible for the documentation of the soldiers in the barracks, going to duties, paying a ration cash allowance, maintaining them when they are in IS, internal security affairs, and so on and so forth. Be comparing yourself with the second in command, who is the 2IC, Major SO2. If you do that in the military, you will be inquired. A board of inquiry will be set up for you. They found you guilty. A court martial will be set up for you. And you will pay the heavy price for it. But the reason why we are not adopting some of these things is because of our condition, who we are, where we are coming from, and what we are trying to achieve. Let nobody throw sand into this struggle. The right things must be done. The chief of staff is the closest associate to the prime minister and must be respected. Who that does not respect the chief of staff is on his or her own. I have seen, I have spoken, I have made my points clear. I have told them what is obtainable in the right sense and send climbs. That is exactly what Biafra represents. We cannot do like the zoo. We can't do like the zoo. The zoo, what these people are doing is exactly what the zoo is doing, where they don't respect rule of law, human rights, and so on and so forth. Where individuals will wake up simply because you are donning the uniform and you are equipped with automatic rifles to go and begin to kill low, unarmed civilians and burn down their houses. That is what is not. That is not what we cannot. We don't represent that. We are law-abiding people, and we must respect our laws and those that are handling the affairs of our country. Thank you so much. That's the reason why I come. It is well with us. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And we are now beating it. You know, I've clocked 4 good hours, and it's time for me to close up the program. So before I end up the program, I would like everyone to give the final submission. Let everyone speak before my beloved brother, the comrade Ugo, will now give us the closing remark and we'll close it. And before my brother Ugo will come in, I think other people should speak. Then he will make the last speech and we'll end the program. I'll be here for 4 hours and there are still more other things to do. So let's start from Chusky. Give us your closing remark. Let's go. Give us 1 minute of closing remark and then we go over to the next question.
This is afternoon now. We started in the morning and we are ending in afternoon. So I want to thank each and every one of us here for putting heads together to let Biafrans to know that we are now governments. We are no longer agitators any longer. What we should be looking forward is to fully restore Biafra both in our homeland. So we should put heads together and stop all this some people's exposition coming to the air to wash our dirty linens. So whatever fracas, whatever problems we think we have, we should also settle it internally without coming to let people know. That is how reasonable people do things. It's not when you have a little fracas with your brother, you just come on air. Coming on air means you have interior, you have something that you are hiding within yourself, that you are looking for opportunity to act, but the opportunity is not coming. And now you now think that this is exactly the right time for you to come and expose whatever evil thought you have. So Biafra, we are united as we answered United States of Biafra. That is who we are. And there is no two ways about it. We should support our CSO, COS, I think Chief of Staff, DRNgoziOrabueze, and the government of Biafra.
I think has a network problem again. Okay, Donatus, are you there? If you're there, Donatus, take up the mic and give us a closing remark.
All right, sir. I greet everybody for being opportunity to be in the meeting, and I thank God for my brothers here in the homeland. So I appreciate everybody, and I'm encouragement to you all is that nobody should shake in mind by what you hear or whatever our gallant men came and said because of what they overheard some zealous people did. So my encouragement is that all of us should focus and support the government, and that is how we are going to support them and defend our land and keep all hands must be on deck to make sure that we are speaking good of this government, of our prime minister, and making sure that we are supporting them both in our prayer and whatever, and all his cabinets. We must make sure we pray for them every morning we wake up, and that should be one of your primary assignment, to pray for them, that God will give them wisdom, give them knowledge, give them understanding to be able to overcome all this shenanigan of the enemy in order to break us, that God should overturn their table upside down and make sure that the government of our prime minister have upper hand, and our prime minister as well will overcome all this trial, because they're fighting the fight of faith, and that's the hero's fight, that God should give them the heart of a warrior to stand till the end of the day. And the same, all the cabinet, those media warriors and every one of them, that God should strengthen every one of them to do things in a very right perspective, in order that at the end, the enemy will be in shame and victory will be ours. We will rejoice together when Biafra is finally perfected in Jesus' name. That's my prayer. That's my encouragement for all of you. May God bless you as you comply in Jesus' name.
Amen. Thank you so much, my brother Donatus. May Chukwu Kikabiyama continue to guide and protect you. Let us hear from our beloved sister Ojubo, your closing remark as we round up.
Okay, thank you so much. What I want to put down as a closing remark is to remind ourselves, all Biafrans, that to know that within us, we are a country. We have declared ourselves as independent country. What we're doing now is just for other countries to recognize us as independent country. We're no longer fighting for it. We are asking them to recognize us. I listened to somebody, was it yesterday, who was continuously making that mistake. So, and then the protection to defend that country. That's at the stage we are. It's a government. We're no longer in agitation. So all this that phase has gone, like 100% gone. And also we need to recall back, Nnamdi Kanu said, when women come up, that this fight is over. And that's where we are now. Trust me, I'm a woman. When a woman is in a marriage, I keep telling people when a divorce is happen, you know, you say, oh, this woman, before a woman comes out to say this marriage is over. If she start to write a book about what she passed through, you can't even stand it. You cannot. So, and when he says it's over, it's not looking back. It's over. If you want to stick your head in that marriage as a man, God bless you. Stick your head there. It's gonna you will receive it so bad. So it will be better for you to agree with that divorce and go away. Women are tough when it comes to internal toughness. Men are tough physically. That's why a woman can have a child for 9 months in its stomach. A man cannot do that. A man cannot go through labor. A man is only physically tough, but woman is internally. So don't worry. The COF is a gift God has given to her as a woman. And if we determine and come out as a woman that this government is not going to shake, and that's the era. All the prophecy of Nnamdi Kanu, can we not see it that it's all coming to fulfillment?
It is.
That they're going to butt a lot of people over. Nigeria have money. They don't know what to do with their money. Let's always remember that prophecy of this man. This man said there will be a point where we will use a bike. Clean your bike and keep it. Don't you know that people are using their bike now? When the fuel is 1,500 or 1,000 something for a liter. So all the prophecy is coming out. We need to always go back to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's prophecy and say that it's all taken back step by step. So I don't know whom you're following, but me and my family were following the government of United States of Biafra, USB. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my beloved sister. I appreciate you. We appreciate you, and we will continue to do what we have to do to protect the United States of Biafra that we all have declared. My beloved brother and fellow comrade, my brother Ugo, go ahead and give us a word of encouragement as we end the program.
Thank you, Sheiks, and thank you, Biafra. Ugo, thank you so much for that your wonderful submission. Well, I have said all I wanted to say before. I will continue to tell everybody, like I've been saying, I'm not pushing for anybody to follow what I'm doing or to follow anybody. I will only tell you to discern and know the right way to go. If you look at what is happening, you have seen what is happening. When you take a look at what is happening, you will really find out where are we going to and where are the other people going to. You will be able to tell yourself the truth. This is not time to come to social media and start opening mouth to make noise or doing saga. Like I promised Biafrans today, from this week, I am no longer going to be talking about anybody. I want to be talking about my new nation, Biafra. And I will advise every other person to follow that way. We don't have to fight anybody. I've explained here earlier why all this saga is coming up now. It's just a distraction to make you lose focus. And you must not lose focus. You must stay focused. We have no mission but to restore our freedom, to restore our nation. And that nation has been restored. And now the only way forward now is to defend that nation. And then make sure we get the recognition we needed from all over the world. And for your information, we have gotten some recognitions. and the some will come more.
Yes.
So it's not time to believe what anybody is telling you, and I want you to not get yourself worried over what a commander is saying or what a commander will say. This is now a nation, it's no longer an organization, and this nation will dish out instructions to the military of the nation. It is left for the military to follow the government or to tell you that they don't want to follow the government. They want to follow their own way. But I know that the Biafran army will not abandon what they have come too far to build with our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, to jeopardize it with anything. It will not happen. They will not do that. These men on ground, this our army have surrendered their life. They have sacrificed their life, their family, everything. They have no life of theirs again. They don't have anything. They can't even go out their own. All they do every minute, every day, every second of their life is to defend Biafra land with everything, the last drop of their blood. So they know the right thing to do. Like you and me today, we know the needful to do. We must not be distracted. I believe some of them will be listening to me, and some of them have called me to ask me my stand. And I made it clear that I will stand with the government or Prime Minister that has brought us this far. We cannot go back at this point. So stay focused. Remember, I don't come to social media to lament or to open mouth to tell you everything. I will always tell you, like our Prime Minister will say, you will only know what you need to know. I don't need to tell you that this commander is talking to me. And many of you that know me know that I don't post videos of commander talking, this one commander talking. I can only post videos like when they say this commander, that Nigeria will come and tell you they don't kill this commander. I will come out and tell you, look at the commander when they say they don't buy you. That's the kind of video. Posting commanders is not my own mission, but I will always encourage them and encourage you to stay focused. And we are moving to the next level. Our sovereignty is to restore our homeland, fully taken over by our own people from the hands of those terrorists or Boko Haris in uniform. And we are not giving it up for anything. Airborne.
Airborne. Airborne. Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that amazing and wonderful contribution. Every Biafran that is watching us on this program, I appreciate every one of you. I say, may Chukwu Okike be our guide and protect every one of you. We pray for the Deputy Prime Minister, COS, that Chukwu Okike will guide and protect her and secure her. We pray for our Prime Minister, Master Simon Ekpa, for the guidance and protection of Chukwu Okike, for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding wherever he is, that he will join us very soon. We pray for our Supreme Leader, Master Nnamdi Kanu, for divine healing, for divine strength, for divine wisdom, for freedom, wherever he is. He will join us very soon. Wherever you are, I pray that you will come out, God, and protect every one of us. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Every Biafran, wherever you are, we must remain focused for our freedom. Nobody can stop. We are free already. All we need to do is to stay fast and continue to project the United States of Biafra as we are now free. Thank you so much, and see you all next time. Airborne! Thank you so much.
You must understand this. The greatest task on this very earth is to get a black man to reason like a human being. The same way, it's just like trying to keep an Igbo man away from gossip. Hey, it's impossible now. Come on, for goodness sake. How can you keep an Igbo man away from gossip? Oh no, please, give me a break. Anywhere there is gossip, you find them there. Gossip, the gossip is sweeter than honey for Igbo man. Gossip. Unverified rumors and gossip is like honey to them. That is how hard it is trying to remove the bottle from the mouth of a baby saboteur. Is as hard as trying to get a black man to reason properly.
Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, They did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
All right. So we are reading from the book of Obadiah, from chapter 1 from verse 10. He said, for violence against your brother Jacob, for violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. Are you all listening? Let me repeat it again. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 10, say, for violence against your brother Jacob, shame shall cover you, and you shall be cut off forever. All of you have seen the way the people who claim to be fighting for Biafra, you know that this is a special week we are, okay? What has happened today? Some of them, all the things they have done in the past, they have gone back to it and start taking glory. They are taking glory. After they wage violence against their own brother. Let me read from 11. In this one, go to Nigeria. In the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers carried captive his forces, when foreigners entered his gate and cast lot for Jerusalem, even you were as one of them. Hey! Are you people following? The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 11, say, in the day that you stood on the other side, in the day that strangers, Fulani government and their politicians, strangers carried captive his forces, when strangers entered his gate, when strangers entered our land and they cast lots for Jerusalem, even you, the people that claim they are fighting for Biafra, even you were one of them. Even you were one of the strangers. Even you were one of those who have come to prayer. There is no room for sabotage. I am not fighting Biafra freedom with a clear eye. Till I'm telling you people today, if you know you are going to occupy any position in the Biafra de facto government in the homeland, listen and pay attention. I don't have friend. I don't know anybody. I don't know you. You are not my friend. The only thing that we are doing brought us together is that you have volunteered to serve Biafra people in the homeland. If you become a problem, you will regret it. It is a call to serve Biafra people, not a call to serve Ekpa. Not a call to build clique, not a call to form cabals in your various states. Not a call to do paddy in the Biafra government, the price and the consequences is heavy. Many people have died in this struggle. You must listen to instruction.
All of us Biafrans in the British cabinet, the Defense of Homeland, the Biafra Liberation Forces, the Biafran Army, we have vowed in our life. We are going to continue this same call, this same place that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has. Nobody will stop that. I want to let Biafrans know that our Prime Minister Simon Ekpa has set all the structures in place for Biafra restoration from the beginning to the end.
That's so. Ayala. Umo Biafra nala. Ayala na lanso. Ngwanu kailawa. Aka kuchonwa. Aka kuchonwa. We are unstoppable. We are indefatigable. The 14 states of Biafra. One. Ayana. Chidere. Oh, they go ya. Chidera in Biafra. Ayala wala. Mandino no obodo Igbo. Mandino na Nigeria. Mandino na mba ụwa ọzọ dị iche iche. Obi kadawala. Ọ na-akpanyụ n'ugwu na ndịda. Oge ụnụ anyị erugo. Webe ọṅụ. Webe ọṅụ. Webe ọṅụ. Eluigwe na-enwe ọṅụ. Anyị pụọ. Anyị pụọ. Ana m anụ ya. Na so. Bayaba, 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 bayaba. Sugar. Now, so we don't do them. Papa Jimmy, I'm here. Mama, but I'm a good. Mayo. Umaka, Biafra, Mama. Ayana. Obodo Mayo. Obodo Brian. Ekene. Oh, Tito did not pass it.